This presentation is on Germany for Global Cultural Awareness Part 2 by Cheyenne Hanley and Tali Kramer. Germany on the world map is located in the western part of Europe between several countries, such as the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Czech Republic, Poland, and Denmark. The main language of Germany is German, and it is the primary language for 95% plus of the people that live there. Minority languages also include Sorbian, North and West Frisian, Danish, Romani, Turkish, and Kurdish. As far as a brief history of the languages of Germany, after about the 6th century AD was the appearance of German, or what is called High German, or Hochdeutsch. Old High German was spoken till about 1100 in the highlands of southern Germany. After about 1100, during Middle High German times, a standard language based on the Upper German dialects in the southernmost part of the German speech area began to arise. Low German, or what is called Plattdeutsch or Niederdeutsch, with no single modern literary standard, is a spoken language of the lowlands of northern Germany. High German is the official written language. Culture of the language, whether it is a high or low context. Germany is considered a low context culture. Examples of this type of communication include direct, simple, and clear messages, low use of nonverbal communication, high reliance on written communication. They rely on facts and evidence for decisions. They prefer short-term relationships, and schedules are more important than relationships. Regional differences of the languages. The number of German dialects vary, but they range anywhere from 50 to 250. Due to the various dialects, the standardized form of German known as Hochdeutsch or High German is used. Standard German is a mixture of Middle German and High German, which is mostly Austrian dialects. There are 6 major German dialect branches running generally from the north to the south of Germany, and all are subdivided into more variations within each branch. Cultural norms with the language and communication. Titles are very important and denote respect. Use a person's title and their surname until invited to use their first name. You should say Herr or Frau and the person's title and their surname. Do not begin eating until the hostess starts or until someone says Guten Appetit. The host gives the first toast, and an honored guest should return the toast later in the meal. German communication is formal and direct to the point of being blunt. Maintain direct eye contact while speaking, and Germans prefer to get down to business and only engage in the briefest of small talk. The German alphabet is quite similar to the English alphabet, except with the addition of 4 additional letters. There's an A umlaut, S test, an O umlaut, and an U umlaut. Common phrases include Guten Tag or Tag for hello, Auf Wiedersehen for goodbye, Bitte for please, Danke for thank you, Es freut mich, pleased to meet you, and Sprichst du Englisch for do you speak English. Verbal and nonverbal do's and taboos. Do have manners when interacting. Arrive and leave with a quick and firm handshake. Make eye contact. Respect the institutional hierarchy. Don't give compliments in a business setting or talk about personal topics. And don't call someone by his or first name. And don't be too friendly or expect to build relationships quickly. Hofstede's value dimensions include a power distance index of 35. Germany does not have a large gap between the wealthy and the poor, but they do have a strong belief in equality for each citizen. Individualism ranks at 67, which is somewhat high. They value individual needs over those of a group. Masculinity also ranks high at 66. More masculine traits, such as assertiveness, power, strength, are also demonstrated in the culture. And uncertainty avoidance ranks 65 and around the same level. They're not too keen on uncertainty, and by planning everything in advance, this is how they can avoid uncertainty. Germans' perspective of U.S. citizens are that we put on a face when being personable with business colleagues or clients, and that Germans assume where people are from are based on how they look. For example, someone of Latino descent who was born and raised in the U.S., Germans would likely ask where they're really from. Difficulties for English speakers. Note that if you're planning a long-term stay in Germany, you would be well advised to attend German language courses and acquire functional skills as soon as possible. German bureaucracy alone, for instance, requires even native speakers of German to be on top of their language. As a long-term or permanent foreign resident without the language, you would be severely handicapped, especially if you reside anywhere except in the largest of cities. Other important aspects, the words kindergarten, Blitzkrieg, Angst, Umlaut, Schadenfreude, and Schweinehund are all German words that we've adopted. There are some untranslatable German words, such as Kummerspeck, Schnapsity, or Fingerspitzengefühl. There are polite and impolite words to be aware of. And Germany is fact-oriented. They build relationships slowly and only with close friends and co-workers.